Hi everybody, I'm Dave Schade. I'm Director of the Alaska Division of Agriculture. Today, we're outdoors, and you might be able to hear a river in the background, the Nenana. We're up here at Nenana, and we're going to be doing an Ag Education Day here tomorrow at 10th Street at the boat launch. And the whole idea is to kind of show and start the progression of our Nenana-Totchaket project. So what we have, 40 years ago, there was 140,000 acres designated as agriculture. So for 40 years, there's been planning and people working on developing this project, but we had a major stumbling block, and that was, how do you get there? Well, as you can probably see in the background, there's a bridge. Last summer, the USDOT gave the tribal unit here the funds to finish this. So as a partnership, tomorrow with the city and the tribe and NRCS and all of our different ag groups, we're going to have an Ag Education Day down here at the boat ramp. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to have some soil pits to where you can go on out towards the site, see the different kinds of soils. We're going to have a soil tunnel. NRCS will be set up. They can talk about what it is that you have in your different soils. We're going to have a rain demonstration. What does that do? It kind of shows you what happens when water goes through the different types of soil and what happens. So we'll be here all day. We're going to start at 10, be here until about 5. And the whole idea is to have people, you have questions. We're going to have mining, land, and water folks for lands. NRCS, as I said, that's the USDA folks come in and they're going to talk about their programs. We're going to talk about remote agriculture. We're going to have a lot of folks talking about different ideas and different projects they're going to be working on. I'm sure that we'll end up talking about the boiler and the greenhouse that they're trying to get set up in Nenana, which will be about ag education and how that will support what are we going to do when we put 100,000 acres into production. And so, we've got, I think, 8 of our division staff up here. We got forestry coming down to talk about biomass and forestry products. Pretty much, you name the agency that deals with agriculture, we're going to have some folks here. So, this is kind of a quick and short, but what it is a welcome to another summer of agriculture. And we really want people to know that we're moving right along. The governor and the legislature has, and I'm going to say it's in the budget, but there's $5 million to get this started. So the goal is to get survey work done and to start the sale by next fall. So we're not talking about something that is going to be 30 years down the road. This is something we're going to talk about being out there doing survey work this summer. We're going to be out there talking about getting the roads designed this summer. And we're also going to be working to put 3-phase electricity out there. So it's not going to be, you got to start your farm and you got to build your roads to get there and then you got to get electricity put in. The whole design of this is going to be to make that happen as we go along. Now, we're not quite there yet. I do want to say that Mining, Land, and Water is in their final stages of final finding and fact. So I can't say it's a done deal because until you have that final paperwork done, it's not. But there has been a long time coming of us getting this into a program. Governor Dunleavy, very big supporter of this project. He asked the other day, so how are we going to do this? And I went back and the team went back and we said, look, this is a 30-year project. Probably break it into 50,000 acre units, go at it one section at a time. So we are really, really thankful. We got NRCS, they're doing soil surveys for us on the first 30,000 acres. Last year, Quantum Spatial did the LiDAR and the photography. So we already have detailed map photography and LiDAR of this area. So when we go out and we do the actual soil work and we can correlate it to what's on the ground this summer with on-the-ground photography and soil studies, now we're going to work and adjust this to where we're putting the right kind and size of lots where it needs to be. So we're not, I don't mean to be stumbling with my words here, but somebody said, well, is this another Delta or another Point McKenzie? And, don't say they failed because I will vehemently argue with you. We have a lot of great agriculture. We're producing $40 million of food and $40 million of seed and export $100 million in forestry products. So a couple $100 million in ag a year, I think that's a real viable industry. But the change we're going to make is we're going to look at the markets, we're going to look at the soil, and we're going to design these in units that can be used as economic units. Some of them will be maybe down as small as 5 acres. We're not there yet. We don't know. They may be as large as 5,000 acres. There might be some large ranch land areas, because one of the things we really need is to increase our red meat industry. And so as we scale up and work on our slaughter facilities and our processing capacity, if we can get some plants to where we are able to process produce and make that more viable, then we can put this land into production and have markets for it. Because right now the state has 85,000 acres of cropland that we can use, and we're only using about 35,000, and a lot of it has to do with the marketing and building the markets. Now, we've done a great job. If you look at the farmers markets and the CSAs, we've really grown that at an exponential rate over the last 5 years. But there's only so much of that we're going to be able to do. And so now we're going to go over to where, and get the support, we have it, of the Walmarts, the Fred Meyers, the Safeways, the cars. They want to buy more local produce. So we have to get it to where we can get it boxed, we can get it transported, we can get it into their system. And remember, it's not the local guys that we have to make happy, it's the regional guys with our GIP gaps, our requirements to have your farm certified so that it's pesticide free, all the kind of things that you have to do to show that you have good agricultural practices so we can sell in these markets. And so the division has been revamping and scaling up so that we can make that happen. The other thing, just was on a call with Secretary Vilsack yesterday, and they're really trying to build up USDA's support of organic. And so that'll be something down the line. We have the authority to do organic. We kind of leapfrog off of the USDA on that. But if we have more and more farmers that want to go the organic route, then when you're starting in a real clean area like here, that's just a wonderful thing. So remember, I like to say, Alaska's got clean water, clean soil, clean air. That means we have clean agriculture, and we want to keep it that way. So, be on the lookout for your invasives. I'm standing right here on next to a sign that says, please don't take invasives on your boat. Clean your boat before you go in and out of the water. We want to make sure that we're keeping this environment pristine and clean, and then we really want to build the market and rebuild our economy. The governor's all in on rebuilding Alaska's economy. Agriculture is a keystone to that, and so Fred Villa and I, we work really hard to make sure that we keep the DNR and the governor's office in coordinated efforts moving the economy forward. So with that, I hope to see you here tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.